to this crisis. It is within this optic that an extraordinary joint summit was organized with the League of Arab States on 11th November 2024 in Riyadh, and the 20th extraordinary session of the Council of Ministers of Foreign Affairs on the 7th of March 2025 in Jeddah. At these encounters, the Islamic Ummah has initiated, amongst others, the following actions: the condemnation of violence, a call for an immediate stop of hostilities, the recognition of continued action in favor of humanitarian action in Gaza, the relaunching of negotiations between the belligerent parties to achieve a lasting solution and peace, the creation of a Palestinian state within its internationally recognized borders to live side by side with Israel in peace, security, and mutual respect. This is a commitment and a promise for a lasting, just and fair solution for all the Middle East. This session, in favor of which Cameroon, under the high patronage of the government of the head of state, is still firmly sustained. Under the current situation and with the conflict between Iran and Israel, we call for an immediate cessation of hostilities and to invite the two parties to negotiation, dialogue. If the time before us is taken advantage of, before the aggravation of the conflict. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, heads of delegations, distinguished guests, despite this difficult context, Cameroon, which is fully aware of the responsibilities of the mandate entrusted to it by Your Excellencies, has committed to work side by side with you and with your support during its chairmanship at the head of the CMA for the implementation of the resolutions adopted by our leaders at the 50th session of the Council. Given the time constraints, I shall not fail and I will not have sufficient time to give you a full and detailed overview of our actions. However, allow me to quote a few results and achievements that we have attained together. Under this register, I would like to reiterate my appreciation for the conclusions of the International Conference of Donors for the mobilization of funds in favor of the refugees and for the benefit of the Sahel region and the Lake Chad region that was held in Jeddah in December 2025, and which allowed the collection of $1,100,000 in the form of donations, without failing to note that the objective of achieving the goals of the conference, for which we wish every success, such as to alleviate the sufferings of the peoples. We wish here to express our due thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for its leadership under this file. Let me also express appreciation for the relaunch of an important dossier, that is the finalization of the funds statute of the OIC through the two meetings that were held at the headquarters in November 2024 and February 2025. The project for the railway line between Dakar and the rest of the African countries that was held in Jeddah and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on the 24th of February 2025, and the meeting of the Committee of the Permanent Representatives of Korea. Yet, these encounters have led to concrete recommendations similar to the adoption of the roadmap relevant to the maturation of the railway project Dakar-Port Sudan and the manifestation of interest of the funding partners for the said project, the submission to our examination for adoption of the statute for the Humanitarian Fund of the OIC. Now, with regard to the 10-year program of action of our organization for the period 2025-2036, the results achieved by the experts and who have worked under our directives and support, such as to accelerate the finalization of the proceedings and to expedite the entry of force after the end of the former plan, which will come to its end in December 2025. Similarly, I would like to underline the holding of the meeting of midterm evaluation program for the implementation of the resolutions of 50th session that I have personally chaired together with His Excellency the Secretary General on 6 March 2025 at the headquarter state in 2025, and with the contribution of the different institutions. This meeting points, as it seems to me, indicating a better future to advance certain dossiers. I'm convinced that we could